talking about the boring weather, but they really clue in
spring
when we get our big bad weather, which we had some big bad weather this month. We didn't really get our tornado weather, but we did get a ton of severe thunderstorms, a ton of rain on the front end of July, and then you head toward the back end of July, cool last weekend, and then look at the last several days, all above average. We hit our first 100-degree day on Tuesday. Today was 98, second day in a row of 98, but when you add all these numbers together for this year, 30 90-degree days, one 100-degree day, it's nothing. It's a cakewalk compared to last year. Last year at this time, we were already at 50 90-degree days, and we were already just completely scorched, 18 100-degree days by this point last year. So let's all say our little thank you God prayers that we're not dealing with that this year, but we are going to deal with increasing heat the next few afternoons. Clockwise spin here, that's our ridge of high pressure, the heat dome everyone's been talking about that's been baking Arizona. It's been keeping us on the hotter side of life, but not completely unbearable. That'll change a little bit. We are going to see more 100-degree days as this starts to slide a little bit farther to the east and really parks itself over Oklahoma and Texas. We are going to see very hot afternoons all the way through the middle of the week, even into Thursday. But once we get past Thursday, we will start to get these little systems that come through, and also a cold front that's going to be sweeping down. And it's not going to make us cold, but it is going to make us less hot, and it will reintroduce storm chances for the weekend ahead through Sunday. See if we can dry things out by Monday. That much remains to be seen, but overall, the last few days on the 9-day look a lot different than the first few. The first few, we're dealing with this coming week. We've got heat advisories that I am nearly positive will be expanded farther to the west over the next few days, because we're going to be feeling quite a bit hot. Tomorrow afternoon, we could feel like anywhere from 100 to 106 degrees here in Oklahoma City during peak heating in the afternoon. A lot of our eastern counties and southern counties feeling very hot. I mentioned earlier our western corner of the state could feel below 100. That's because the air is so much drier out there, but by the time you get to I-35, humidity is increased a little bit, so that's where we're going to start noticing those much more uncomfortable heat indice values during the afternoon. Extreme UV index over the next few afternoons as well, so if you're taking advantage of the dry weather tomorrow, definitely put on the sunscreen. Regency camera would show a nice dry downtown Oklahoma City, but it just poofed between the break and now. 78 degrees El Reno, 81 Oklahoma City, and some mid-80s all the way across the north, some low 80s. Got a mixed bag right now. Temperatures will fall. Still seeing a heat index in some locations, really just a degree or two warmer than the actual air temperature, but it still feels like 89 and more right now, certainly warm there. Winds have lightened up a lot compared to earlier. Earlier they were 10 to 20. Now they're mainly sub 10. They will remain light as they go through the overnight. Temperatures fall back into the lower 70s for most of us, and then we springboard back. 99 Oklahoma City tomorrow afternoon. Triple-digit heat across the north and the west and the southwest. The wind remains mainly light the next couple of afternoons, 8 to 16 miles per hour or so. We'll try to hit 100 on Monday once again, and a lot more of us are hitting 100 or hotter. 107 in Altus Monday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon, I think will be the hottest day of the year so far here in Oklahoma City. The biggest difference between Tuesday and Monday, winds are a bit stronger out of the southwest. That's some dry desert heat as August begins on Tuesday. And then this coming weekend, that's when we can try to relax things a little bit, back to the low 90s as those storm chances return and the heat dome tries to break down. Speaking of breaks, we're tossing one right now. We'll see you in just a few minutes.